This channel and the content on it was created for adults only 18 plus. We don't promote or condone any illegal activity or the use of any illegal substance. This was created for informational and educational purpose only.
The Three Amigos! Looking good! You the man! You the man!
Smoking in the morning, smoking in the evening, smoking when I want to, smoking at the beach. Now I'm from California, we grow it every season. Our fans we need to feed, and we grow it for a reason, because we love our homegrown. We grow our pie, we're in our garden, tending to our crop. We love our homegrown.
Get some stash bud, feed my kids.
Hey, Mama.
Oh,
Be fucking nice.
That's right.
Be fucking nice.
That's right.
Good motto to live by. How are you doing? Happy Wednesday, everyone.
Happy Wednesday.
Oh,
Happy
my
Wednesday.
goodness. What a night we have. I'm so stoked for tonight. So stoked.
That's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. He'll be here
Would
soon.
you like to announce who we have going on?
Oh, I don't know that this man needs an introduction, really. I mean, DGC producer, right. Mr. Grambo grows, you know. He's doing his own. Yeah, he's doing his own little kind of like smoke sesh type show, just to hang out with a bunch of his buddies over on his YouTube channel. So, yeah, he'll be here soon.
Yeah, he's
little technical difficulties.
Yeah, he was just switching microphones, guys. He'll be here in a second. But yeah, I'm super excited to chat with him. He was nice enough to join us around the campfire on a Friday night, one night. And I just immediately went into like interview mode, right? And it's just like, oh, we need to book him in. We need to get him in and have his shining light moment, because the campfire was cool, but it was too short, way too short.
Exactly. And well, and not only that, but it's hard to talk to one individual person during the campfire, because there's, you know, everybody wants to talk, and we want to talk to everybody, and it's like,
exactly. So just let everybody know, Miss C Bunny wasn't feeling well today. She's just had some dental stuff going on, so she is just going to take a rest for this evening, which is just fine. So we wish her well. She'll be here by Friday. She's fine.
Absolutely.
She was on restriction from smoking, so I get it. I'd be bitchy too.
Yes, I would be very much so. She told me today, she's like, I haven't had a smoke, and I'm like, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, since when? Just since I had it done? I was like, oh my God. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's not,
no,
it's not worth it.
her mouth was a little sore today, so she kind of played it by ear and was unsure earlier, and then I don't know, 8 o'clock or 7:30 or something. She just said, "I don't think I can do it. My mouth is sore." So I get it. I've
She's
been
probably
there.
a bit swollen and stuff too. I mean, no girl wants to go on camera with a little bit of, a little bit of a chipmunk thing going on either, right?
No,
So
nobody wants.
we try to
Period.
minimize that as much as possible.
Yeah. So
No, Bunny will be fine. Excuse me. That was a hell of a hoot I just did. Got a little kicker in the end there. Woo-hoo! Yes, so we have Grambo Grows tonight, and Friday we
still
excuse
going.
me. I know. I don't know why. Friday we have our Grammy Gardens, 9 p.m. Eastern, live here on YouTube, and it's the night for the community show their grow. That's the night we want to see what you guys have growing on. Let's see, what else do we need to do? We need to talk about merch. Could you do the merch while I choke and die for a minute?
We have so Mama's got one of the shirts on now. You can go to our link on our Instagram page, Home Grow the Community Official on Instagram, and the link will be in the bio. You click on that, it'll take you right over to the store, and there's all kinds of good stuff in there. So, and it just helps support the channel, helps us kind of keep this going and do our thing. So, yeah, it helps. And we appreciate
These are
everybody.
Canadian prices we're seeing here, by the way. Those are Canadian prices. So in the US, it's like probably a third of that. Because that's 98% tax right there.
Oh, yeah. Very much so. But yeah, it just helps out. It just helps out our channel and helps us to be able to keep doing the StreamYard thing and slaps and stuff like that. So.
Oh, and saying that, if anybody would like slaps, just contact Mr. Gannis, Mixter.Ganix on Instagram and send him your address information and he will send out the slaps for you. He's good at that. I'm not good at that. I'm not good at that. We have Grambo in yet? All right. All right, Mister, sit down and let's get this party started.
Well, I'm ready whenever. I'm just
let's bring him in. Welcome.
I feel like a king.
Good evening, sir.
You should feel like a king, sir.
Well, that's what we go for. We try to make
this.
Go ahead.
That's right.
Yeah, we try to make everybody feel that way when they come in, for sure.
See, we're so excited. We're talking over each other. We're usually pretty good because there's usually three of us. So,
no, we talk over each other all the time. You mean?
Yeah.
Look, I work with Scotus Interruptus, so I'm familiar with the game.
You're used to it, yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. Old hat.
Nice. Yep.
Well, formally, welcome to Home Grow the Community. It's nice to have you. Thank you for taking time out of your day to join us. This is wonderful.
So it actually was very, very good timing. So usually we record the Wednesday show on Wednesday, but the dude is actually coming in from BC. So he's going to spend 420 with us. So I ended up not having anything to do today. I thought I was going to be up in the bakery and it'd be chaos and shenanigans. So what actually happened is I went to the bank. Like I thought there was like weird fraud stuff. I was like, oh, I gotta go check this out. And then it ended up being okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I didn't get frauded. So I went and got a massage to celebrate not being frauded.
Oh,
nice.
There you go. That's how you do it.
I walk out of the massage place and I've been having issues with Puffco. I ordered a Puffco and it broke. And then they sent me a replacement and it was broke out of the box. And so I was really, really mad.
Oh, no.
And I knew and I was hoping I would have it. So I went and I come out of the massage and right next door is a freaking glass and e-vape shop. So I got me a new Dr. Dabber Evo, fresh out of the box.
Nice.
Literally just took the first dab like a minute ago, and it works. I'm
Beautiful.
so
See,
happy.
Nice.
everything's just falling into
That's
place
a
today.
beautiful looking piece.
So far, so good. Yeah, I bought this very expensive
to
mic
be.
last week, so I've just been on a spending tear. You know, it's like once you start spending, it's just like screw it.
Oh yeah, then
Yeah.
it's like, okay, we're in this deep. Let's just keep going. Let's just do this.
Well, and then Banner said that if I make a big enough deal about that I use it for work, it could be a tax write-off. I don't know.
That's right.
That'd be pretty-
That's
Here we
right.
are. Here we
Well,
are.
give
Come on, Uncle Sam.
give your little pitch. Do a little infomercial. I'll make a cut here. ahead.
The Dr. Devo Aber. It's I can't even speak, man. Yeah, I was going to try to make a fake one. I don't know. See, so Banner always told me that I should try the Dab X one, and it's got like the central unit where you like put like a glob of dabs and then just kind of toke on it. So it doesn't have a central like, you know, like a faux bucket like the way the Puffco does. So I don't know. I'm not sold on it yet. I mean, I'm sold on it. I literally,
Okay.
the receipt says no returns. So
Right.
right. So I'm keeping it. It says right on there, no exchanges. Get out of here. So it's like, well,
Yeah.
I'm a buyer. So
Yeah, you're sold on it.
Right.
yes.
Nice.
But I got this.
What are you
amazing,
putting in it?
Our buddy Hot Rod's Head Stash. If you guys know the Hot Rod from the Dude Grows world, he made this. It's unlabeled. I have no clue what it is. It's just a black container full of dabs. But actually, because I had nothing to do tonight, I might be harvesting tonight. I think that I'm turning my entire harvest into rosin. It's the emergency. So,
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
my buddy was just here, and I let him. I was like, "Touch it. You just touch a plant." He's like, "Oh, I don't know." I was like, "Touch it." And he touches it, and he was like, "Oh, that was a mistake." I was like, "Yeah, I do." It's so greasy. It's like the fan leaves are sugar leaves. It's insane. So I'm literally just going to pluck off. I'm not going to shear it. I'm throwing some gloves, and I'm going to manually pull off.
Yeah.
Both manually pull off all of the excess big leaf. And Jeremy from Three's Genetics was on the other day talking rosin, and he actually gave a great tip that if you're going to be making hash with that, you're best to not start severing leaves because all those wounds will start leaking out more chlorophyll more easily. So he said, like, hand pull all the leaves that you don't want, leave all the sugar leaves you do want, and then it'll all just wash and you'll minimize your chlorophyll. So it's like, that's great tip.
That kind of makes sense to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, not only that, but you're not sticking your scissors in there and disturbing more of the trichomes and stuff like that.
Exactly. Yeah, and just more work you don't got to do, right?
Right.
Exactly.
I don't got to trim
That's
it
the best part. That's the best part.
twice. I don't have to trim. Sold.
Yeah.
Yep. It's the worst part of growing right there. Trimming.
Yeah. Trim.
Oh, when I
jails
first
and
started
stuff.
growing, I used to love it. I'd get right in there and I'd be like, oh, everything just so beautifully manicured. Why is everybody complaining? Well, when you start running a perpetual and things start backing up a little bit, it becomes a job. It becomes a job. So
But you have your first real harvest. Like your first time growing, you might not have a real harvest yet. You know, you harvest
right.
it. You got some to trim, but then you got your first real harvest and went, oh my God, I don't want to do this.
No.
A majority of my growing career, it's one of those funny stories that like I have been growing like, 10, 12 years, but hardcore black market production growing. So I went from not speaking about it. I didn't tell people, I didn't post about it, I didn't talk about it. And then once I stopped that, I got as loud as you humanly can. I'm telling everybody. Hide your kids, because we growing everywhere.
Well, that's a good segue into how did you start? Like when did you start and why?
Well, it's the classic how's it, is this thing where is it on? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
There's something there.
There you go.
Something happened. Yeah. I can see something there.
I think it needs charge. I think it came with a little bit of battery to get you through your first couple days.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So I started.
Yeah, you got something.
Funnily enough, as my friends in Iowa, their older brothers would grow. The guy that got me smoking for the first time, like it was like old boy, just like you don't tell anybody. I only knew because I was family. Me and my best friend met when we were 2 years old. We were next door neighbors, and so I was just a part of the family, And one of the earliest sounds of my memory is like our parents would hang out, and you'd hear glass ashtrays just going ting 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 ting, ting. And now looking back, it's like, our parents would always get together every Friday and fucking smoke bowls.
I have a glass ashtray right here.
Yeah.
It was my mom's.
So one of the brothers, when they'd go to Hawaii and stuff, and they'd be like, "Gosh, you're taking care of the plants," And so I'd be in there. They all grew aeroponically, and it was horrifying. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And so I grew like that for a long time, and I never really I didn't take it serious. Just too much hassle. Surprisingly, I'm from Des Moines, Iowa. So it's the crossroads of I-70 runs from Denver to Chicago, and I-25 runs from Canada to Texas to Mexico. And I live at the crosshairs of the two biggest, I live at that bullseye.
Is that where there's like an actual like cross where you can like go and step when you can be like in all four places at once?
No, that would be the whatever, the quad. Yeah, that quad. But this is where I-70 and two of the biggest drug trafficking interstates in the country cross at my city. So it wasn't until I got to Denver and I started working at dispensaries and I met hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of stoners that I realized, oh shit, I grew up in a very privileged weed environment. Like I had dabs early, amazing weed, kind bud, starting in the mid 90s, late 90s, and so I realized, oh shit, I actually came from like a pretty elite crew, unbeknownst to me. Shout out to Iowa. And so I always thought that I was something. And then my buddy, who's like, he was a grower. He got busted. We played on the same adult hockey league team, and he was always like, he's like, yeah, I do eBay and I sell things, I'm an eBayer, meanwhile, he's just a fucking black market grower. He ends up getting busted, hires a great lawyer who gets him off because of a technicality. Then a friend of mine was a Iraq vet, and he ends up going like, it's hard for like stoners to find good jobs when it's in his world. So he ends up deciding the best option for him was to become a cop. So he goes to Iowa State Trooper School, this friend of mine from hockey. And he comes back and he's like, dude, you will not fucking believe what I saw. He goes, he's in their training and they bring up the kid, we'll call him JS, my buddy. The state of Iowa versus JS. They put up his picture, his full name, his information, his address, and they train every single cop in Iowa on his case on how to not. So every single trooper in the state, oh, you're JS? Oh, I'd love to talk to you. So he finds that out and he's just like, I'm out. And he's like, I'm going to Denver. He sold everything, sold his house, sold his car, sold everything. And he's like, I can't do it. Even his lawyer was like, you should probably leave. Wow.
I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Sure. We haven't said a quick shout out to him, so he likes to be known. So thank you, Papa Cook. You're running the stuff in behind. We are all hands off. Miss Bunny is.
I was wondering. I always have my production brain, and I saw comments getting popped, and I was watching both your hands. I was like, something's rotten in Denmark here. I'm not. Are you?
He has the power to mute his wife. I don't know about this.
For men out there everywhere.
It's funny because Dusa came to hang out with us on Friday night, and he was like, somebody gave Papa a shout out, and he goes, is that who's doing this? He's like, I've been watching all your guys' hands, and you're doing this, and you're doing that. And like, he said the same thing you did. He noticed as well.
He's like, what is going on with this? So we've done this show for 2 years over on Instagram where we did have our hands on it, and it did not go well. Mama had fat fingers. I would go to like a comment and whoop, I'm being in somebody else's live all of a sudden. And it was a train wreck. So Papa took the reins in December, and we haven't looked back since. So
I make this look good.
So one of my things, like people will watch me at the bakery doing all my clicky clackies,
Yes,
and
of
I'll run a
course.
lot of different things. I always tell them it's like back in the day, I was a semi-pro poker player on the internet, and so I would play
Oh,
9 tables simultaneously and win, playing winning poker. And so I just sit there playing 3 tournaments and 6 cash games, chain smoking bowls, just click, 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 click. And so when they asked me to do all the streaming stuff, I was like, dude, that's actually like right in my wheelhouse. Like the more
yeah.
weed you give me, the better I do. Like it's
Yeah,
in
give me
me.
more. Give me more work to do because I'm slowing down here.
Yes.
So why don't if anybody's not sure who Mr. Grambo is, I'm sure everybody here is. But do you want to? I know. Do you want to just give yourself a quick little introduction, just a quick one, because we've been here for like 25 minutes already, and just let everybody know how you became part of the DGC, how you became Grambo on the show.
So I was a stand-up comedian. I am a stand-up comedian. I've been doing it for about 7 years, but you got to deduct a year for COVID. We measure in years, and so it wasn't. And so I started, getting good. It's really if you would have asked me when I was 4 what I wanted to be, I would have said a stand-up comedian. It's been my dream ever since. And so I was just a known DGC. I needed to grow to when I moved to Denver and I started running bigger and bigger operations. I wanted to know. And so I became friendly with the guys. And then I'd gone up there a couple times. I hung out with Guru. I love Sean. Guru is just the man. I
Oh,
really
yeah.
clicked with him. And so he and I became buddies. And so we text each other and he'd send me all sorts of weird stuff. And so I get back, I did the road. I went out with this guy, PJ Johnson, Papa Jr. Joseph Papa Johnson. And he is this awesome headliner. And he took me out on the road for 5 weeks. And we did 28 cities in like 33 nights. We started in Florida and then just zigzagged and ended in Utah, just all the way across, and then dipped back to Denver when it was all over. And so I get done with this epic road trip and I'm just like, going a million miles an hour. I don't know what the hell. I'm spending more time in strip clubs than I am bed. It's a crazy world. And so I get back and I message Scott and I was just like, hey, what's going on? He literally says to me, he's like, dude, glad you're back. Come hang out. He goes, we ain't. And so I'd always been an editor. Deep faking had just come out. And so there's a couple, the YouTube channel's deleted now, so you can't see them. But I did a couple videos for them where I would add lip sync to like dead, like just like still images, and they they talk and it's funny and so Scott, he's got a weird sense of humor. So I had a working relationship with the guys. So Scott literally said, he goes, yeah, stop up, man. I don't have any business to discuss, but just come hang out as a friend. And in between that Monday and the Friday of me getting there, Guru had quit. Everything was effed. And I walk through the door and I see banners behind the computer editing, no Guru or anything. They both look stressed. And they're just like questioning me, like, oh, what do you know about this? And I was like, oh, Adobe Premiere, I teach it. They're like, what do you know about the auditing stuff? I was like, I'm an audio engineer. I teach audio programming. Like, what do you know about this and that graphics? I was like, everything. What do you know about OBS? Master of it. What do you know about this? And so it didn't have to work out like that. Like if they used Final Cut Pro, I don't know how to use Final Cut. I'm Adobe guy. If they did some slobs streaming, I don't know how to use slobs. I'm an OBS guy. And so like it just so happened every single box that they needed to check.
I love it.
And so I started with no microphone in the beginning, just producing. Then they're like, dude, you're so funny. Here's a mic. And then I started saying funnier stuff. And then they gave me a camera. And then they did a poll on Patreon of like things you'd like to see more. And they're like, we wouldn't mind seeing more of that Grambo fella. And so then that gave me the confidence to like, all right, well, if the fans don't, because my view on it, I love Guru. And if I was a fan, I'd be like, why is new guy talking? New guy should shut up. I don't like new guy talking so much.
You said that once on a show. I remember that. You said that once. You're like, I didn't want to talk. I don't want to be new guy. Like everybody's going to be mad at new guy.
Now that it's all done, I feel like I did. Everyone was like, oh, chill out. I feel like I did the right thing. Like I stayed quiet, made sure you guys knew I was, one of my favorite Scott stories is when I was brand new with the crew. We go to the Cowboy Cup and Adam Dunn was like the main event of the Cowboy Cup. And so he does like the big live podcast in front of everybody. Scott didn't know Dude Grows wasn't my first show in the industry. I worked with Tim Martin on a show called John Doe Radio, and we filmed in the same studio as the Adam Dunn show. So I got to know Mitch and, you know, Adam and all the guys from back in the day. And so we're at the Cowboy Cup, and Scott's like going to do something. I come around the corner and see Adam. He's like, Grambo, what are you doing? Like, come on the podcast. So Scott walks in. He thinks I'm just like some guy. And he literally like, why is Grambo on stage? Like, what what did you do? He assumes I like forcefully like put myself in. There's no reason why this random guy would be on the main stage. And
like what's going
years, you know, and
just hanging out with my buddies. Yeah, that's funny.
I love this industry. The plant saved my life many times throughout my existence. It continues to save my life now. After my divorce, I thought I would never grow again. I built my dream grow, and then I throw it all in a dumpster, sold my HVAC system, you know, like everything's gone.
Yeah.
Now as I'm pulling down this emergency, I just look at it and I go, what is life, man? Like, how did it work out? It had no right to work out. And the plant saved me again, just like it always does. The plant got me out of Iowa. It got me to Colorado. It got me XYZ. And now it just continues to provide.
What can we look forward to in the future for now? Like, look at what's happened in the past for you already. Like, how long have you been with DGC now? 2 years?
October. Yeah, a year and a half, October of 21, 22. Yeah.
I feel like there was like a block of time between 20 and 23 that just didn't exist. There's like this weird, I don't know. There was this weird thing going on, and it literally, I've blocked 3 years. There's no math on this show, by the way.
I think honestly, like the whole world has kind of skipped a couple years because of COVID, right? So I think we all feel that. We all feel that for sure.
People are sometimes shocked to find out I didn't edit before COVID. I didn't really ever.
Wow.
I started dabbling in 2019. And then when you see all the things I know how to do, I would say that's how much energy stand-up comedy takes. Doing stand-up comedy takes so much energy. I can give myself a film degree, learn editing, learn animation, learn 3D animation, learn graphic design, composition, compositing. Like, stand-up's a cult, and I don't recommend it.
But that is so much. That is so much stuff to learn. Like, I know just enough to get me in trouble, right? Like, I know words and I know buttons, and I'm not afraid to hit buttons. You know, like, I'm not one of those people, but I don't know what the button's going to do. Might shut everything down.
When AI was first invented.
I was just going to say, where are you going with the AI? I know you are.
It's boring now.
Dabbling in that. Oh, really?
Well, when it first came out, you had to code in order to do it. And there's a thing called pip installing. And so I remember I opened up the command console. And so the way it goes, it's like, there's like levels of coding. So there's like C programming, and then there's like C++, and then there's like Python, and then there's Anaconda, and then there's PyTorch. And so I went from I've only known a computer for a year, and I was like, oh, let me learn PyTorch.
Okay, I understood C++. Okay, that is what I understood from there, and then that's where you lost me above that.
So it's essentially like me not knowing how to like do math. You're like, what's 2 + 2? I go, I don't know. And they're like, what class do you want to take? I go, advanced calculus. And you go, are you sure? And that's me. I don't know. I'm dyslexic. I can't read. I literally can't read. Like, I'm bad at reading. And so like the visual arts is that's where I shine.
Yes. You're a visual learner. Yeah.
Yeah. It's how my brain works. I'm able to process those sort of things.
Well, you're doing a great job of it. Oh.
Oh, the unicorns. You know, that has slang out on Tinder, just for all you unicorns out there.
Oh, well, that just made that meme even better.
Oh, I always have to inform people. I go, are you a unicorn? And they go, what's that mean? I go, take that picture down. You're sending the wrong messages.
Oh, Papa, keep the picture up, please.
It's like the upside down pineapple, how that like means thing. Oh, my man.
Oh. Okay, so what does that mean?
that he's man candy.
Oh, he wants to take a bite out of that apple kind of guy. Okay.
Everybody wants a piece of the unicorn. Come on now.
Let's just, I don't even have time to get into.
See this upside down pineapple thing. I just apparently it's been a thing for a long time. I just learned about it the other day. I was watching a TV show and saw it. I'm like, what? And then guess what?
Yeah.
I start noticing upside down freaking pineapples everywhere.
Yeah, I have to be careful with my jokes about this because I'm very open and I say some stuff, but then people will reach out and they're like, "Bro, I didn't know you swung." It's like it's a trap.
It's a trap.
He's fast on that one. That's good.
Oh, Papa's got a humor.
I always like to tell the story. I don't know. I can't remember if I told it on the campfire. Indulge me if I did. This is
go. If you did, we don't remember.
This is a new night. So
the only time I've ever been recognized from Dude Gross. It's happened once, and it was on Tinder of all places. A couple messaged me, and it was the woman, and she goes, "Are you Josh Grambo from the Dude Gross show? I have no clue who you are, but my husband loves you."
That's hilarious.
Oh snap. Oh snap.
I was like, I'm gonna have to sleep on this one. And I just woke up the next morning and just clicked delete. I was like, I don't want to do it. Like, sorry, buddy. So if you're out there, I'd love to meet you guys, but it's because he still exists. Here's the thing. I tell this story. He's a fan of the show, so they're out there somewhere.
He could be watching right now. You never know.
and I do not judge.
I'm your huckleberry.
You guys know that story? You know what he said there? Can you quote what he just said there?
I'm
the
your
whole thing? No.
So everyone says, "I'm your huckleberry," right? So
that's what I thought.
A huckle is the handle on a casket. What he's saying, "I'll be your hucklebearer." I'll be your hucklebearer.
Like a pallbearer.
They were talking about the tree, like a huckleberry tree.
And I dated a girl from Tombstone, from Arizona, from the actual place. She goes, you know, he doesn't say huckleberry. What's he say? He goes, "A huckle. I'll be your hucklebearer." I'll be your hucklebearer.
I'm your huckleberry.
Yes.
I heard it.
There it is.
Your Daisy, if you do.
Is there anybody cooler than Doc Holliday? Like, I'm straight as an arrow, but I would fucking just give him a handshake.
He's your hall pass, is it?
That'd be your one and only right there.
Maybe Jason Statham.
Oh,
he's
a pretty cool dude.
Oh, yeah,
he's a pretty cool dude.
I don't watch many of those movies, but Papa does, so I
maybe Bane. Bane is every bald man has like a thing, like they picture themselves as Bane. It hurt for you. My kid, I always quote Batman stuff, and she literally looks. She's 4, and she goes, "Don't fear, Dada. That comes later." And I burst out laughing. I was crying laughing. I was like, "Did you quote Bane at me? Don't fear, Dada. That comes later."
That's funny.
Don't fear.
They learn so fast.
That comes later.
Well, and they pick up on things that you like, right? Yeah, they pick up on things that you like, that you're into, and you don't even realize they're paying attention. And then all of that's like on YouTube or like on Instagram or something. You see all these videos of kids swearing and saying things that they shouldn't say, and you're like, "Oh wow, they really do listen way better than we think they do."
Yeah, so, even down to like music, I can't listen to certain hip hop because it's just like, yep, she knows that word now.
Yeah, that's not a word I need her saying at school.
Yeah. You are a recent single father. How are you balancing being a single father and the cannabis lifestyle? Is that interfering? Are you integrating? Are we keeping it a secret? Is it a thing?
The reason I moved here to Denver was for real. I swear to God, cannabis refugee. Like in Des Moines, you could feel as legalization was coming down, like Illinois was thinking about legalizing, Minnesota was thinking about it. You could feel like a wounded animal. The cops we're just like, oh, this nest egg is going away. If we don't bust people now, we might not have this revenue in 2 years. So I could feel it. I could feel it. And my ex was from Chicago, and so she went to college in Des Moines. She had no allegiance to it. And she's like, we could leave. I was like, we could leave? No one leaves. And so we came here specifically so I could be like who I am and live. And we set up Rose together. And she wasn't a big consumer. She always would have this funny line. She'd take a hit off a joint or something. She goes, I can't tell if I'm high or sleepy. I go, that's something high people say, sweetie. Have you ever been sleepy and go, I can't tell if I'm just high?
Yeah. That's true.
So her
that's wonderful.
We have an amazing, it's a classic divorce relationship. We got along great. And then it was COVID, right? We're trapped together with a newborn. My mom died the same week as my baby was born in the same hospital and everything. So
I'm so sorry.
And then COVID happened 6 months later. So it was literally I'm distraught. We got this baby. What is life? I had comedy. I was throwing all my life into stand-up. Well, no more stand-up. So I literally am just like sitting there fucking going crazy. So we didn't make it
really
out of that steel cage.
Really coming out of that and then hitting the DGC, and then now you're on this trajectory. Like, who knows where you're going to go now? I mean, this is just the beginning.
She knew I was a big Dude Grows guy. I love Dude Grows. I have a picture of me holding my newborn in my DGC Cup t-shirt, like way before I worked for them. I love these guys. And so when I told her, I was like, I'm guru on the show now. And she's just like, what? It's just like for me, like I didn't care about Saturday Night Live, right? So for me, being on something like Dude Grows or Growers Roundtable or Medi Cropper, those sort of guys, those were the guys where I was like, dude, fucking, those are famous. So the idea, like, she knew I loved these guys. Like, I'm guru. She's just like, what? You're on the Dude Grows show. What does that mean? I don't know. I don't know. And so sometimes I really will. I'll get so high and I'll be editing the show and Scott will be like, grab, and I'll be like, holy, because I'll be on edibles and I'm just like, he's talking to me. The fucking TV's talking to me. I'll forget. It's so surreal. And they're such good guys. They really are. They are what you think they are. Like Scott, I'll tell this story to everyone. I worked for those guys for 2 weeks and they weren't sure, I promised them the world. Yeah, I can do that. I can do everything. I actually could. And so after 2 weeks, we had already agreed on a price and everything. And him and Brett came to me and they're like, hey man, we want to pay you more. You want to what? Like, yeah, you're doing such a great job. We want to make sure you're like, can feed your family and everything. We'd like to pay you a little bit more.
Show me the money. Show me the money.
How does he? I don't even know how you, Papa. People tell me.
Papa's on fire,
dude. That was crazy. Good job. So right there, quick. I mean, that tells you everything you got to know about these guys' character. It's like, legit. They didn't have to. I've done so much. I've worked for everyone. I've worked for so many people. Never had that happen before. So literally, I killed myself for those guys. I love them. They've supported me in every single way. This gram I'm smoking, Scott bought it for me. He's like, Grandma, take a gram. You did a great. Like I had a StreamYard has things it doesn't want you to do, like getting multiple cams into certain things. It doesn't want you doing stuff. So I opened up the hood as I'm wont to do. And I gears that definitely your average bear doesn't know how to click. And all of a sudden, all those gears fired up and the stream worked. And so as my bonus, he gave me a gram of hash.
Nice. See, that's I feel with Scott, you're like, if you work for him, you're part of his family. He's one of those employers that just like, you're in the family and you're loyal and you just, you're in the familia, right? You gotta.
He's a small business guy, right? Like it's literally him, his wife, his daughter, Warehouse Kyle. Like they are recharged, So he's not like overly wealthy or anything. But a little known fact I think about Scott is that he was flat broke. Like in the beginning of Dude Grows, like when they were first doing that, he was just a regular guy. He had he was just scraping by, and then he had Supreme Growers, and that ended up going some direction with his partner, and then he pivoted to Real Growers, and once Recharge came out for the first time in his life, he's like, oh, I can breathe. Thank God I can breathe, And so now he's like, bro, like, it's cool. Let's all come in. So yeah. Definitely. Guru was just a fisherman. If people don't know the story about Guru, he's just a fisherman. And he wrote in saying, you guys don't know nothing about LEDs. And Scott's like, why don't you teach me? And he sent him a plane ticket to leave Virginia to come hang out for a week. They got along so well. He's like, dude, move here. And Guru moved there, and Scott got him a place and a house. Like, that's the kind of guy Scott is.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, which is pretty awesome, really.
He's
just
legit.
Well, we've had
everybody's happy, everything keeps turning, you know what I mean?
100%.
We had dude on the show, and
I know. I talked to him. I was like, I'm doing the community show. He was just like, awesome.
What can I expect?
Yes, he loves it. Dude's a supporter, man. He loves his mountain biking, so it's hard to get him outside. I talked to him the other night, and I was like, "What you up to, dude?" And he's just like watching some mountain bike stuff on YouTube. I was like, "You're an addict, bro." They say marijuana's addictive. Mountain biking, dude, that appears to be the real gateway drug.
Well, he's living in the best country for mountain biking. I think BCers created, I don't even know. I'm just speaking whatever. But I remember when we were kids, we were all mountain biking through the mountains. Like, we lived on a mountain. What else do? You go down and then you have to go back up. And then you go back.
That's what she said.
Son of a bitch.
Oh yeah.
I can't let Scott see this because they'll be like, Grambo, we need that. I'm like, no, no. Like,
for you.
Yes.
That's funny. Scott has popped in before. He's never been on the show, but he has popped in. He's been in the chat quickly before.
He's popped into the chat. So we've been. So if you want to put a good word in for us, we've been trying to get him to come on our show too. So if you want to give him a little nudge and just say, hey, these people aren't scary.
Yeah, I'll mention this. But he's like, he lives in this little place he has in Fort Collins. He just has this little fort that he's built. And when you see his little fort that he's built, you just go, I get why you don't leave, man. It's like on the road to his house is a couple places to stop and take selfies. Like he just found this place in Fort Collins that like I didn't know existed. I've lived here 10 years. I didn't know that like there's just this little place. And it's not like rich. It's just literally this Colorado, man. It's just if you find the right spots, it's surprisingly freaking beautiful.
Yeah. I feel like it's a lot like where Mama's at. With the mountains and the forest.
That's a bad one, Papa. Don't do that one.
No,
if my lighting would
me waking up.
Correct.
He found footage of me waking up this morning.
It's me every morning.
That was
Do you know how hard it is to get the lighting in front of an open window? This has been my frustration since I came down here.
I do.
This is
backlighting.
It's a light or a lake we've got here. There's beautiful mountains back here. Like it's actually spectacular. You know what? If I move, actually, my focus.
I'm just like, how many f-stops does your camera have? Let's jack it up.
Oh, I don't even know. I have it on auto. I don't know even what that word is. But yes, there it is. There it is.
Yeah. That was the one thing at Dude Grows I didn't know how to do was like Guru was a genius with audio and he set up all these crazy like audio things. I had a buddy of mine come up and I paid him a bunch of hash. I was like, dude, you got to fix this thing for me. Like all I know is video. So yeah, no, your shot looks beautiful. I love that. Like that. It's like it tapers down. It's the composition on it. It's very pretty.
Well, it's real. It's real.
Yeah.
It's not fake.
That's what's so funny, right?
I bug her every year at this
Good
time
job, Earth.
when the windows start opening up and you can start seeing the lake again. I'm like, oh, you got the green screen all fired up again. Did you get any? Did you add anything to it this year? I added a couple new ducks and a couple swans and.
Yeah. Sometimes look. Well, there's the hot tub right there. That's the hot tub.
Nice. Did you guys ever see the show?
We had a windstorm, so the flag is gone.
It's been going around. You guys ever see the show Westworld that was on back in the day about like sentient robots and stuff? The thing that kind of got me, it got me okay with AI when AI first started coming out. First of all, it put me out of a job first. I was a graphic designer. I was making posters and all sorts of stuff. So like, if anyone has the right to gripe about AI, it's probably me. But whatever. I'm the horse. There, that's every graphic designer in my life. And so, but there's a line in Westworld where this guy doesn't want to hook up with a robot, but then there's this beautiful girl that he's falling in love with. And he goes, "Wait, are you a robot?" And she goes, "If you can't tell, what's the difference?"
Oh, snap.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Love it. And so that was my thing. It's like, oh, did you make that picture? If you can't tell, what's the difference, man? I have the ability to make the picture. I learned to make the picture, and then why?
So you made the picture. It's just a new way of art, right? So a lot of people don't realize it's just a new way of art, right? It's like scary, and Chat GPT. That's all scary business. And what do you think Google's been for the last 10 years? They've been documenting every word. Like you type in some random word and also, did you mean? And that's,
I can't stress enough. A season 1 of Westworld. Don't watch season 2. Definitely don't watch season 3. But season 1 of Westworld is the greatest.
Yeah.
It's 10 episodes of television in history, and it's so relevant to what's happening right now that I think everyone should watch it. It was written by Michael Crichton, the guy who wrote Jurassic Park, wrote the book Westworld. And so it's of that ilk. Oh. It's very, very good.
I did not know that.
Yes.
I've seen it a long time ago, back when it was a thing, right? I'm not one of those people that can like quote a movie and stuff. Like you are a movie quoter. There's people that can quote movies. I can say, yeah, I saw that movie, and yeah, I remember that scene. I can't remember what was said, but I could tell you who was in it and what they were wearing.
My problem is I fall asleep in every movie. It doesn't matter how good the movie is. I'm that guy that I get really stoned before the movie, and I'm in the theaters sometimes with my kid, and he like wakes me up and goes, "Dad, this is the best part. What are you doing?" Like, oh, sorry. So yeah, I have a hard time quoting movies too, only because of that. But
well, it takes me 52 times to get through a movie. Like I'll fall asleep, and then I'm like, play, rewind. It's always been the way.
Just as I posted that I was coming on here, someone posted in the comments. I don't even know why they posted it. They're like, "Yeah, they tens, but they clean." And I wrote back, "Shut up, Day," because that's a quote from next Friday.
Yeah.
They tens, but they clean. Shut up, Day. I'm the cable guy. Yeah, I was well, that's the reason that I got into. It's not just that COVID gave me the time to learn production. I always tell people that it was like Neo when he's like, "I know Kung Fu." I was like, how do I know?
Yeah.
Why do I understand what J cuts are intuitively? Why do I understand all these different things? And then understanding human psychology of like, I'm talking like how you just said, yeah, if I was running the boards, so I edit live, I don't edit. So like when you see me catch like, oh, I'm talking, yeah, no, and then I'm back. Oh, I hit that live. I'm in your head and I'm in your soul. And I know what you're going to say next. And I hit you before you take a breath. And I'm on you. Bam.
What?
That's crazy.
It's fun.
Your button would be like, oh shit.
Yeah. See, so here's the thing. I say that I couldn't keep up with Papa, but to be fair to me, time slows down when you're behind the board, and it's just like you get in the moment and it's just like, dude, fucking, it's like everything slows down. I got flow state.
Whatcha?
Yeah, you're not even seeing video anymore. You're seeing ones and zeros. That you're, yeah.
Hey, motherfucker. I'm just seeing blonde, brunette, redhead, blonde, brunette, redhead. That's a quote from The Matrix.
So, I'm going to jump in right now because we're going off on a rail. I don't even know where we're going with this one. So I was watching your show on Sunday night. I didn't watch it live. I watched it afterwards. And you had a funny story about a Tinder date that went wrong and you ended up on stage. What happened there?
Oh, yeah. So I went out with this gorgeous West African woman. She was just out of my league. I knew immediately. I was just like, oh, I'm just going to turn into a boy when I meet this girl. I know it. And of course, that's exactly what happened. And so like we were meeting up and I just like literally during it, I'm going, and I'm going, it's over. It's over, Johnny, just give up. And so I was like, ugh, it's so bad. And I give her a half kiss. Ugh, it's like, ugh, this is the worst. And so I'm hating myself. And there's only one thing that really can cure. Well, it's not really cure, but really it complements. It's like the sorbet of hating yourself is stand-up comedy, baby. Another rail to that rail. My mom was dying of cancer and she was in the hospital on Mother's Day, but I hosted an open mic on the shitty East Denver Federal Avenue, and I left her on Mother's Day. I hung out. Bye, Mom. I gotta go host the open mic. I go to the open mic. I tell everyone, guys, my mom's sick. I just left her, but I'm here ready to host this show for you. I launch into my comedy. I hit my first couple jokes, and I just hear an old lady in the back go, "You're not funny." And I end my set by going, "Ladies and gentlemen, comedy runs on pain, and my gas tank is full. My name is Josh Grambo. Good night."
Yeah.
So I take her to her car. I realize that everything is crap, and I walk past, and there's an open mic next door at the Irish Rover on Broadway in Denver. There was 71 comedians that night, and I was 69th. And so I went up to 10 people who had probably been there for a 4-hour, 3-minute sets, 4 hours solid of just, and not drunk people. That's how many, there's 300 active comedians in Denver. We all do the Denver Comedy Works. We call in a hotline to get ourselves onto the list of new talent night. They kind of run it like minor league baseball. Wendy Curtis that owns it. I'm a C. So you work your way up from an N, and once you become an A, you're an unpaid regular, and you start opening up. Like my friends open up for like Dana Gould, Joey Diaz, frickin' all the what's the Tim Dillon when he was here, my buddy opened for him. And so it's just like once you become that level, yeah, Denver's Austin is probably taking it over now because Rogan has
really
seeded this. Yeah. There's a famous story that stand-up comedy didn't exist in Los Angeles, right? Wasn't a thing. It was a New York thing. And then when Johnny Carson left New York to go to LA, all these comedians who realized that they were the feeder sharks, they all followed him to LA. When Joe Rogan left LA to go to Austin, I go, Austin's about to blow up, isn't it? And sure as shit, everyone followed him there. Tim Dillon, Tony, frickin', Tom Segura and Christina, Dr. Drew, for God's sakes. They're all in Austin now. So
Dr. Drew even.
Yeah. Dr. Drew works for Tom Segura. Like he's an employee of Tom Segura. Yeah. It's hilarious.
Wow. Well, it's the same with music, though. Music is the same thing. I was watching like an old document. I'm from Vancouver. I grew up in Vancouver. So the 80s scene, the studio on, I can't remember the name. There was a big studio. We all knew where it was. Like if you wanted to go see Def Leppard, you just strut your stuff around that studio, down that street, right? And you might see Def Leppard or, back before they were even a thing. But they were talking about the same thing where because this studio had like this certain sound in this certain room, they thought, well, that's where you make heavy metal. That's where this is where it comes from. And then when grunge came out, all of a sudden they went, well, everybody's in Seattle now. Well, the music's still here, the studio's still here, but they had associated it so much with heavy metal that when grunge and the Seattle scene came out, everybody just moved. So I'm bringing this around because I know you're a music guy as well. We've talked about the comedian, we've talked about the growing, but you're also a music guy. Can we talk about that for a minute, please?
So I had an interesting growing up as a child. So I'm from the band Slipknot's hometown. And so I loved, you guys might even be too young. I don't know how, I don't want to age accuse you there, but do you remember Columbia House? You remember Columbia House?
I love this Grambo guy.
Yeah, no, I feel old. And so
I probably still owe Columbia House like 10 or 12 cents. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. 10 or 20 grand by now, bro. We got interest.
The trick was to get it all at one time, because then you had one shipping expense. So you ordered your whole Columbia House, thing that you seven things that you CDs and cassettes and all that stuff. You ordered it all at the same time, and then that way you only had one shipping charge instead of a bunch.
And so
you're still not going to pay them.
Young,
it doesn't matter.
It was like a service. They'd offer you 10 CDs for a penny, which would be like $300. And then they try to enroll you in a service and all this stuff, but you could finagle your way out and just screw them and not pay your bills and get your. And so I got like Salt and Pepper and Sir Mix-a-Lot and like all this stuff. And then in the 10, just of random things, was Pantera and Megadeth, Far Beyond Driven and Euthanasia. And like just 7-year-old me just heard Megadeth. It was just like, yes, that's what I want. And so I was a metal kid. And so when Slipknot started coming out, we all hated them. We called them clit snot. We're like, ew, boo. They were all in better bands. And then they all quit those better bands to put on masks and play new metal. And we all sat there going, this has zero chance of making it, you know? And so, but then obviously, as history goes, famous story about them. They put out their demo, Mate, Feed, Kill, Repeat. And so they were all pizza guys and music teachers. And in 1996 dollars, they all saved up $20,000 to make their first demo. They believed, like, we're doing this, guys. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And so that demo got them Ozfest 1999, where they were on the second stage, where they toured the earth. And
I think I remember Corey Taylor actually telling a story about working in a sex shop or something like that.
Yeah. That was
before Slipknot or before Stone Sour, maybe. And
Stone Sour was first, actually.
Yes. Yeah, that's why I kind of like went back, because
that was one of the bands where I was like, they were all in better bands before Slipknot. Jim was in a band I loved called Atomic Opera. Horrible name, awesome freaking band. And so like Mick Thompson from Slipknot sold my mom my first guitar. Like he worked at the Ye Old Guitar Shop up the street from my house, and a red Alvarez Dana Scoop that I have till this day, sold to her by Mick Thompson, the first guy I ever saw sweep pick. So as a youth, you couldn't tell me that I couldn't be a musician. I was like, Mick and Jim and Corey did it. Why can't I? Like Paul's a heroin addict. He's doing it. Rest in peace, Paul. And so growing up, I just had this like fervent belief that if you put in the work and you save the money and you really do it, you really, really can. Well, all my band did. We were really good. I swear to God, we were set up to be the next like thrash metal kids. And all we did was drink and fight. Drink and fight and drink and fight. And drink and fight.
But you gotta drink, fight, make music.
We did that very, very well. And so we were called Electric Assault, and they've actually since reformed. And so if anybody watching this, like, everyone says, oh, what are you plugging? I have no plugs. Go to Facebook, find the band Electric Assault and follow them. If they get like 50 fucking followers out of nowhere, tell them Grambo says hi. If any of you do that, I'll give you something or something. Because they reformed without me and they're killing it. I really like it. They got a new singer and everything. A young buddy of mine replaced me Edgar replaced me. I couldn't be a better guy. And I'm super stoked for him. My life couldn't be in a better place. I'm super happy for them. And
that's awesome.
So eventually I quit. We'd always drink and I'd be the therapist that put us back together. And eventually I quit. And I was like, I'm moving to Denver and I'm going to do stand up. And holy shit, I did.
Look at you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, my buddy, he didn't know. A friend of ours. Oh, yeah.
No, I was just going to say, you know what? You had offered a giveaway to our followers, and we completely blew past that. And
so everyone knows the Jug Dealers crew, right? And so the guy who essentially like not fully owns, but is Bo. Shout out to Bo. No one knows Jug Dealer Bo out there. There's a whole crew of jug dealers, actually like 6 or 7 of them all across the country. You got Brandon up in Michigan holding down the jugs, and Jaron and Gabe are just the Denver crew. You know, they appear all over the place. Yeah, Jug Shop.
See, I recognize Jaron.
Yeah. So Gabe is equally knowledge. Yeah, I built this website. I built every single thing you're showing here. I typed every single note. I made all the pictures.
Look at you.
Silicium, the barcodes on there. I made the silicium. So every single silicium on Earth has my barcode that I made.
Nice.
Ooh.
And
That's
so
pretty
speaking
cool.
of that, so Bo said, "Oh, you're going on the Homies podcast." Well, he said that right now it's US only. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, shipping is weird with the guys, but or we'll find something to give away to some sort of Canadian, even if I got to hit up dude and be like, recharge.ca, let's hit it up. But the 5A guys said, let's give away some silicium. The silicium, if you guys mess with Power SI, we're coming after Power SI, right? It's just that's what it is. This is the monosaccharic acid. I don't make a dime from this, you know. They don't tell me to say nothing, but it's just like Recharge. Recharge is the truth, you know. It's a great product. Silicium is the truth. It's the same. I've started foldering it. You get the equal absorption rate foldering it with like 10x less dilution. It's total hack, and you don't get the fallout when you're mixing your newts, mixing in silica. Yeah, you just foliar it in, man. It's so great. Because it's the mono, it's a mono molecule. It's one thing. It can absorb through the mesophilic layer and absorb right through the leaves right in, and they just start looking all glossy and thick and gorgeous.
Can you put that into like a fogger? Like one of those like foggers, like those handheld foggers.
I just use a mister, but yeah, it's perfect for a fogger. Yeah, and you can get that stuff on there. So they said to pick 5 people. We can only do United States as far as shipping though. If you want to pay shipping, we'll figure that out because they
nice.
Yeah, their whole shipping. So if you're in America, we can send you a grower's form. So yeah, let's give away a few. If you want to pay shipping, we'll give away 5 to Canada and 5 to America. How's that sound? That's about $1,000 worth of stuff. Every bottle's about $100. So
wow.
What? Grambo? Oh my goodness.
That's from the jug. That comes from Bo. He said to take care of you guys. And silicium's the truth. So here's the thing about silicium, just like Recharge, like if we just can get it in people's hands, you know, that might not be it. It's a silicium. Let me see if I can find it. Because it's
that's a big word, Papa. You can expect people. See, nobody's even entered because nobody knows how to spell that.
Yeah.
Let's call it SIL.
SIL.
Well, because yes. Let's see here. Isn't that just like the bummer of the word? So it's monosilicium.com. I believe.
Okay, 6 entries, 7 entries. Go ahead and redo it again because that was big words.
No,
that
it's going up. Nope. It's going up. It's going up right now.
Okay.
It's still good.
Okay. But the 6 or 7 that did the silicium and spelled it right.
No, it just stays. He just changed the name of it.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't affect it. It stays. Those few
I threw the link for it in our private chat. I threw the link.
I don't know any of
this
stuff.
Over there, Papa.
It's okay.
Grambo, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's been so fun.
Yeah,
you can stay for as long as you want. We try for an hour, but you know we're gonna overlap here. So this is monosilicium.
Man.
I said the words.
This is my night. What else did I have to do tonight?
Mama's gonna just pop out for just a second.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, these are the best kinds of shows when it's not so much like an interview, you know what I mean? Where you can just come on and just have a conversation with people. To me, I think those are the greatest shows.
I'm one of those people that Scott always says like on the show that like the Scotty Real character is him times 2. I always say the Josh Grambo character is me divided by 4.
There you go.
I just talk. You know,
well, it's funny because before this started, I was like, like we could probably just start off at the beginning of Grambo, and we'll just, say a couple things throughout the show here and there. And I said, like, we met him on the campfire before, and we've seen your show, and you're a talker. You like to talk, and you're entertaining, and you keep everybody laughing and smiling, and so I mean it's good that way.
I appreciate it. It's been a fun journey to get to this, and now I've just realized cannabis media, that's my space. This is where I want to be now. And so rather than doing, I kind of wanted to be a filmmaker, thus the After Effects and editing and all. And then after listening to the Jimmy Donaldson of Mr. Beast fame, he's just always just like movie stars, they're all a band. What the hell, Jaron? Yep, that's how I made this. I know that's the don't leave home without it. Jaron's such a he and I are the same age. I was born January of 83. He was born December of 82. And I always just look at him like an adult. I always feel like he's like an adult. I was like, how are we the same age?
Yeah, I was born in 82 as well.
Well, I'm not going to say when I was born, but you think I'm younger than you, so we'll just roll with that.
I got you pegged at 91.
All right, I like that. Cool. We'll stick with that.
I'm very charming.
I'm so old, I'm going in reverse. We'll just put it that way.
Me too.
That's funny. All right, what's that?
Jaron,
what's that giveaway at? Maybe we should run that one because there's a whole bunch of them he wants to do. So maybe run that one because everybody's going to get a chance here. So
yes, so there'll be 5. So we'll run. Okay, how are we going to do this? 5 Canadians and 5 Americans. So I don't know how. There's math. I'm out.
Let's just roll 5 and we'll see how it goes.
I'm bummed out about that, but he was very specific. I gave away on ICANN THC a bunch of stuff that went to South Africa, and I actually had to pay the shipping to get it there.
Snap.
Oh, really?
No,
I said I'd give it away.
Yeah,
it's making
it. Matt's going to be on the show in a couple. Matt's going to be on the show in a couple of weeks too. He's confirmed as well. So yeah, it'll be cool. And he's in Colorado with you guys. He hangs out at the bakery with you. Like this is amazing.
He's a buddy. Like he lives up the street. Like I go over to his house, and anytime he and I record, we do it in person. It's always a blast.
That's cool.
Oh, so fun.
Actually, Bo, after
you guys have gone to a couple of. You guys have gone to a couple of concerts together.
Yeah. He so when he comes to the bakery, we'll go hang out, we'll go get dinner and stuff. There's a great restaurant that dude loves up there. It's a bike shop / restaurant, of course. But
of course it is.
These amazing sandwiches, and so we'll always hang out there and stuff. And Matt's once again, he's the real deal. He's moving out to some new stuff. You guys have to make sure you watch out. Like he's also a musician, and he's doing his hip hop thing, and he's getting more into that. And
well, he's got a bunch of stuff going on.
Yeah, he was saying on his channel, he's like, I know you guys like me for this, but guess what? I got this side of me too. And when he went out to AC Infinities in Vegas, he had his grill on, and I'm like, yeah, you go.
Yeah. You gotta love it. Yeah, he's from Trinidad, I believe, and only someone with that sort of speed could get away with a grill.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, Candy, I saw you in there. Good luck, everyone. It's Raptor
X.
Oh,
congrats!
Congratulations.
So maybe just put down in the chat. Maybe just put down in the chat if you're Canada or US.
Yep.
And if you're Canada, if you're willing to pay for shipping, if not, then we'll roll her again.
And Grambo, where do they reach you?
I will send you guys an email. So the way that they have it all set up is that you will reach out to this particular email. They'll send you what we call a grower's form for usually when people want to request samples for operations or anything. You'll use that same grower's form, just include your address, name, and that you won the Silicium here, and they will get it sent out.
Awesome.
Oh,
Sounds good.
Awesome.
And then what we'll do.
Okay, everybody.
Are you okay if we put that in the description of this live after? So any of the winners can just come straight to the description of this video And
so yeah, we'll give out an email or something because that's the private thing.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why I asked, because I didn't know for sure. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We're new to all this, so
Yeah. So get a hold of us on Instagram then, and then we can
that'd be perfect.
get your information over to them.
Yeah, they have
We'll
a
figure
whole
it out.
shipping team out back, so the boys out in the shipping. In fact, I'm getting hopefully they don't see this. I'm getting a couple grams of hash for everyone in the 5A offices. We're all taking dabs, but the guys that work in the warehouse are actually working. And so I'm like, I'm getting some grams of really, really, really heady hash. I know Kind Bill through the Jug Dealers. He invented live resin.
Yeah,
he's the guy. He just blasted this Gary Payton from Gabe, and it's the truth. I'm buying a half ounce of it. I want a half ounce, just baby jars. Ugh. And so I'm getting a few grams to give to the boys in the warehouse.
I got some Gary Payton diamonds.
And you know who I learned that from? Scotty. He a class act. Share with the guys out back.
Congratulations. Oh, that's nice. That's nice because sometimes the guys in the back get forgotten about. So it's nice that you're treating them a little bit.
Always. That's the hard thing about being in the back, baby.
Congratulations, Warren Whitford. Oh.
Yeah, so just let us know you're here still by throwing Canada or America in the chat.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then reach out to either myself or Mama Kush 420 or Sea Bunny Grows on Instagram and let us know your information. And we will pass it along.
Or the Homegrow account. Or Papa
Or
Kush.
Homegrow.
Yeah, shout out to Sea Bunny. I was hoping to.
I know.
I'm just a giant flirt, so any chance I get, I just always love to. Boy, your eyes look pretty tonight, Mama Kush.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, you can't see them. I had a dab of 420 things. He sent us some. Okay, that didn't make sense. If you don't know who 420 things is, that sentence did not make sense at all. So 420 things is a Gromy.
That's the sound of my dating life.
He sent me some resin, and right before, because I was so nervous, I have a dab rig or anything like that. I don't know how to I used to hot knife it. That's how old I am. I'm a hot knife.
Nice.
And I had a little toke of this, so now my eyes are gone.
Congrats.
Oh, congratulations. Yeah, one little titch of that, little grain of rice of that, and Mama's eyes disappear.
That's funny. I remember when he came on Gromy Gardens and you came on very first guest on Gromy Gardens, and you did a rip with him, and your eyes were just blindfold you with dental floss by the next guest.
Oh yeah, gone. Look at this. I'm trying so hard. It doesn't matter how high I raise my eyebrows, my eyes still stay the same.
I empathize. If I take edibles, all of my eyes get pink and puffy. I start looking like a little cute raccoon. Everyone knows.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that
In fact,
weird?
one time I walked into the bakery. I had bought in some edibles that were double the strength that I thought they were. So I thought I was on 300, but I was on 600. And I walked through the bakery and High C, Banner, and Scott all go, "Are you okay?" And I go, "Yeah, why?" They go, "You look like you got pink eye." My shit was just puffy and welded shut. Why? What's going on? What's weird? I don't feel weird.
I feel great. Big smile on your face.
And then it was Hot Rod. He was looking at, because I'm dyslexic. I don't freaking read anything. He goes, every gummy you eaten wasn't 50. They were 100. I was like, what? No way.
No. So you were just mowing them back.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go ahead and roll it, Papa. We got a bunch to roll here. So good luck, everybody.
I think so far
generous.
everybody's
Thank you so much for
indoor dank.
Well, I'm just gonna say roll it until you tell me to stop. So Tom, welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome.
How many is that now? Is that
Congratulations.
3 or 4?
Papa?
Is it 3 or 4?
There's no math. 4.
That's not math. 4.
He's in the other room. I can hear him.
Say shout out to all the homies in the chat. We see you there. Indoor Dankster, Joseph, what up? ADZ, Macho Grams, so many of the homies. I'm really, really looking forward to the DGC Cup this year because last year I didn't really know everybody like I do now, you know? So now I actually know, like, oh man, oh sweet, like you're this person. Like last year I talked to Slayer for 15 minutes. I thought he was just some guy. He goes, by the way, I'm Slayer 420. I go, dude, why did you tell me? We're friends. Like, I thought you were just some jerk. You're my buddy.
That's hilarious. Look at that. Nobody's typed it in yet.
Yeah,
0 entries, Papa. Good luck. Nice try. Just put Grambo. Grambo's a good one. Oh, 1.
Papa's.
Oh, that's his wife. Hold on. Let me quickly type. That was me, dear.
He's like, nope, not changing it. If you really want it, you'll tell me.
If anybody's new, Papa Kush is my husband. He's handling everything here. My hands are off.
He's a beautiful man.
He is. He is a beautiful man. But don't tell him that because he's going to get stuck in that bedroom. His head's going to be so big.
He's got perfect features.
Look at this. Papa is sexy. Papa is sexy.
Just putting them all up.
You're making me feel humble on the live whenever people are like, Grambo's the shit. I'll always show the comment. You know?
That's funny.
Why not?
He does that.
Why
he does
not?
that
Own
too.
it.
All these people,
too,
for
sure.
some reason, a meme has formed of Grambo for president. I don't know where this started. Hey,
Grambo for president.
Kay Green.
Hey.
I think Kay Green was
child.
the very first one to say Papa's sexy.
Papa is sexy. Back off, bitches. He's mine.
That's funny because we have a meme on here. I assume you probably know who Norma G is because everybody in the world knows who Norma G is. Mama made a meme for Norma G of Norma G for president.
Yeah.
Running mates. I'm in. But y'all
Norma
don't
G
have
and
a
I've
president.
decided.
Y'all don't even got no
we
president. Get the hell out of here.
Nope.
What do you got? You guys got a
But neither does Norma G though.
Isn't that what Canada has?
But neither does Norma G.
Prime Minister.
Neither does Norma G.
I know. I actually love Canada. One of the weird things about me, like I don't know why, just like with the weed thing, Canadians have been a part of my journey. I ran an ice rink for 7 years. You know, I drove a Zamboni.
No way.
You know, and that's what I did. And so, like,
I love it.
I was like mixed up. You know,
You're like an honorary Canadian just because of that.
And you're a hockey guy. Who are you rooting for? Okay, so we're coming up. We're coming up to the Stanley Cup playoffs now. I know who I'm rooting for, so I'm not going to say because I think you can guess. It's kind of where I told you I was thinking. And we riot a lot if we lose.
One of my things that when I started doing stand-up in 2017 and I started like making films and doing animations, I made a hard rule because I kind of had a TV and movie addiction my whole life. That's why I'm the cable guy and I know everything. I've seen everything and I know everything. And so I made a hard rule on myself, no more other people's art until my art has a foothold. And I just stopped. I haven't seen a movie in like 5 or 6 years. I don't watch TV.
Wow.
And that includes sports. I didn't find out who won the Super Bowl until like 2 weeks ago when some girl on a dating app was like, I watched the Super Bowl. I'm so happy. It's like, oh, you spoiled it. I didn't want to know.
I haven't watched the Super Bowl since Maroon 5 did their thing and it was boring. I don't know.
I'm in it for the food, but that's about it.
Because I know you're a hockey guy. You drove a Zamboni. But do you have like a home team? Like even like
I was a hardcore New Jersey Devils fan. I discovered them in the late 90s during the Scott Stevens era with the A-line, Martin Brodeur. Like Brodeur's my guy. Like legitimately, I got 3 Brodeur jerseys on the other side. Like Martin Brodeur is one of the most like I always hated. Like I swear to God, I was such a hardcore Devils fan that the 2001 Stanley Cup upset me so much that moving to Denver one of the considerations was like, I don't know if I want to live in Denver. Fuck Patrick Waugh.
And you know what's funny is growing up, Patrick Waugh was my guy because I'm a Habs fan and I've been a Habs fan forever, right? But yeah, the Wall. He was my guy.
I like you in spite of that. Okay, just saying, I like you in spite of that.
Yeah, no,
it is what it is.
That's why we never talk hockey. You and I
was born into it.
Hockey.
I didn't have a choice, and it just kind of happened.
See, I'm Vancouver. I'm a Vancouver Canucks fan, but I'm from Vancouver. I'm from Vancouver. I have to be Vancouver. But that's why I said when we lose, we riot. Like the police better be on standby. Like shit, burn buildings, cop cars are getting turned over. Like the first one, I think it was in 90, I don't know, whatever. And we lost game 7. We lost it all. The whole city erupted in like bedlam. It was like a war zone. I was like, what is going on? And then we did it again. And again, a riot. I'm like, okay, really? We told you years ago we riot. And then you're going to do this to us again. Be prepared.
You guys riot whether you win or you lose. Like you can't even tell. By going out in the streets and looking at the street, you can't tell if you guys won or you lost.
We won.
It's upside down no matter what.
Those cop cars would have been flipped, but it would have been with a birthday candle. You know, like.
Shout out El Connoisseur. That guy, he is prolific, dude. He is.
He did our intro.
He made so much stuff.
Oh yeah.
I always get jealous because I'm the guy that makes a lot of stuff and I'm funny, you know, and he has more hair than me and then he's cool.
Well, he's
there can be only one.
I'm coming. He's done a bunch of stuff for us and he's great. I'll say that.
Yeah, see, and
our intro for here and our he's done our intros and he is so amazing. So amazing.
Say yes. Say yes. Be a part of the community. Be yourself. Be funny. And just wait. You know, like that's how you get into the game. You know, like I was watching this video game. It was like some Last of Us like behind the scenes thing. And the guy who made the second one, the director had quit. And so the assistant director gets the directing position and then he quit. And so the assistant director of the third one becomes the director and they go, moral of the story, just be really good and be there when someone quits. And like quit. And I go, why does that ring so true to me?
It's you. That is you. Funny. You just happen to be there when somebody quit, and then look at you now.
That's how I ended up with Jug Dealers. They had a guy named Sam who then quit, and then Jaron was there looking at me like doing all my clicky clack. He's like, "Why does Jaron all of a sudden care about?" He's just like, "Hey, you want to like come up to 5A and hang out?" And next thing you know, I'm Junior Jug Dealer. You know, so just be talented. Wait for someone to quit.
The right place, right time guy.
You know.
That's it. You know, that's all it is you know, and then you have the personality to make it work. You just have to have the opportunity, right? Opportunity is the catch, right?
Yes. Just
I find it's a lot of networking. It's a lot of building relationships. It's a lot of this, you know, sitting down.
Now you know some people, Grambo. You know some people.
All of a sudden. Yeah, no, the fact I remember reading this, I'll go hashtag humble brag on this one. I will preemptively, but I remember reading about Adam Dunn in the leaf blower at the High Times Cup, like back in the day, you know, and I remember reading the leaf blower and everything. And now literally he's a friend and it just blows my mind. It's like, dude, you're such a, like, for people that don't know his story, his stepbrother is Robert Downey Jr. His mom dated Robert Downey Sr. for a while and they like lived together.
That's crazy.
Adam is the most interesting man in the world. It's hilarious and the most humble dude ever. Doesn't care about views. His podcast gets a couple thousand views. He doesn't care. You know, he could be one of the biggest content creators. Doesn't care. He's just breeding seeds.
He's doing it because he likes it. I love
right? that.
It's fun for him.
Yeah. And shout out to Adam's mom. She's the coolest. She's cooler than Adam. She's the one who ran like TH Feeds and a lot of his stuff. Like she's legit cool.
What?
Yeah.
Have you got
Definitely
have you got to smoke a joint with her too?
not with her. No.
Oh, damn it.
He said we skipped the joint, went straight to the leaf blower.
Check your weed privilege. That is, yes, I try to. I say that. I see. Here's my thing about the humble brag thing. It's not for me. It's not braggadocio. It's inspiration. Like legitimately. I remember there's a stand-up comedian that was talking to me at an open mic, and he's just like asking me all these questions. And I was like, bro, I'm no different than you. I started just like you. And then I had this flash of every successful person who's like, I'm no different than you. I thought it was BS. I thought that was lip service that talented people did to like make untalented people feel. No. That's not true. They are no different than you. You literally can. You can. You guys want. I gave a talk at my kid's school a couple months ago, and I was a little edibled up, and I was like, everything's important. I was like, this jar, someone made this. Your mom or dad might have made this. Everyone's important. The world wouldn't work without everyone, and you're important, and everyone's important. It's like, oh, I'm too high.
Oh, I love that. I hope he didn't end the child's thing with I'm too high.
No. The point of the talk is that AI is going to take your job, and you kids, I was like, everyone you guys talk to, they have one job. I have many jobs. I make people laugh. I make cartoons. I make pictures and things. I was like, you're going to need multiple skill sets, kids.
Yeah.
Like the world's going to get weird, and don't.
Well, but they said the same thing back when, factories were involved and, they were going to take over the farm. Well, they did.
You guys,
it's happening though.
So ChatGPT came out with Dolly, right? The art generation thing, and that is just phenomenally good, right? This Dolly 3, it's phenomenally good. Well, they just made a video one called Sora. I made a fake documentary about animals that don't exist, about like eel cats and giraffe flamingo hybrids and all these animals, and you photo real. It's perfect, and it made my blood go cold. I go, up, here we go. Like, we've been prepping for it to happen. Oh, it's happening. It's happening in like 2 months. So here we go.
Oh, hey,
That's
Canadians have been fooled for a long time, though. Canadians have been fooled a long time. We used to have house hippos. We were scared we all wanted a house hippo in our life.
How much does it surprise you that I know? Here's how cable guy I am. I know everything about the house hippo.
I pity the fool.
I know all about your insane PSAs. I know all of them. The kid getting electrocuted over the fence. I'm aware of it. The kid, it's a rape whistle. Oh, I'm aware of it.
See, I don't even know what you're talking about. So
see, I know all Canadian PSAs are famous in my world.
Are they? Okay, because they were messed up.
For a birthday present, a woman gives another woman a rape whistle. She goes, "It's a rape whistle, and you need it." It's like, Jesus Christ, Kenny.
Oh my God. I used to have a rape whistle.
But we grew up with Pee Wee Herman doing crack cocaine PSAs. If you guys ever see that, this is crack cocaine. After he got busted in the theater.
I don't know if we saw those or not.
While he's in a movie theater, eating some popcorn.
Fucking donkey!
Yes. Donkey.
Yeah, we had Pee Wee Herman here too, but I don't know if we had the commercials or not. I don't remember that.
No, that was just that was so American. This is crap.
No, I remember the Pee Wee Herman ones, and they were because Pee Wee Herman, like, he was just odd. Like,
it was an odd thing. He was an adult child character. Like, he acted as if he was a child, but he was definitely a man, and his live show was dirty.
But his show was like an acid trip gone bad. Like, it was just like,
that's why he got popular. Because he got popular with the adults, but it was made for children. And it's like, what are we doing to our children? This is what's raising our children right now.
Well, my kid's favorite thing right now is to watch on YouTube all of the Jaws attack scenes from Jaws. And in her mind, Jaws is the hero. She goes, Jaws! And she'll like take my phone and she'll be like, can I take a picture of Jaws? You know, she loves Jaws. She loves sharks and dinosaurs. I
See,
let her
I feel she's a little you. She's a little mini Grambo.
Dude.
Oh, yeah.
It's so crazy. Like, in fact, part of me is just like, I feel like, I know a lot of parents would say this, but part of me was like, I feel like I was born to birth her. I feel like she's actually, I felt like I was the main character. I'm getting the sense she's the main character. She's already, she's not even in pre-K. She already can read and write. And I deep faked her doing Shakespeare like 3 years ago. And all my relatives are like, she's a genius. And I was like, oh, fuck, I forgot. Oh, Papa's a sexy beach.
Yeah, he's a sexy beach. Back off, beaches. He's mine.
Back off, beaches. That's funny.
Back off, beaches.
So was there any Canadians in there that won that or no? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I think everybody that I saw
Did we do them all?
typed it in the chat.
4, 5.
He did 5.
5.
He did do 5.
So if they're all Americans, then what are we doing?
I say we just run with that because unless Papa why doesn't Papa throw it up there once? And
do one more big one.
Only if you're Canadian, enter into
Grambo
this
is
one.
sexy too.
If you're Canadian and willing to pay shipping,
I'm going to screenshot this chat and put it on my Instagram. So make sure that you include Grambo as sexy, because I kind of cultivate my Instagram. So when I meet girls, I met a girl on the road, right? And she's like, "Oh, you're a comedian? Let me follow you on Instagram." She pulls out her phone, looks at me on Instagram. She goes, "I got more followers than you." Yeah. And so when I got back to Denver, I was like, "Oh, I am cultivating my Instagram when I get home."
Right? Oh my goodness, that is too funny. 6 entries. Come on, guys. You can spell that. Oh, I think it's because we limited it to the Canadians.
Yeah, I was gonna say this was just a Canadian. So if you're Canadian and you're willing to pay the shipping on this, then let her rip, Tater Chip.
Well, I don't think this is fair. This is a fair one for Grambo. It's like he's going to get like 12 entries. Papa had
9 right now.
It's just one of those things that, like, it's just like with like you guys know with like AC Infinity, right? It's like it's hard not to sound like a shill because, like, dude, they're really doing things right, you know. That same way with like New Millennium and Silicium and stuff. It's like, dude, it really is. It's the best stuff. I met Neil, the formulator of this stuff, and literally, it's like I got the feeling. I remember I saw Neil deGrasse Tyson speak 20 years ago, right before he had really become someone. And I remember when I like met him, I got this vibe of like, you're like smart, right? And then when I met Neil, the formulator of New Millennium, I got that same vibe where I was like, dude, you're just like smart. You're quoting like Machiavelli, like you're quoting the Bible, you're quoting the Bhagavad Gita, you're fucking quoting, you know, terpene profiles. It's like, dude, wow, some people are smart.
Oh yeah. That's why we like to have people come on, because we like to bring smart people on so they can talk, and then we can just be like, yes.
We always say
then we get to learn from smart people.
Like when you do visual effects, you're like, we're the guys who know how to use the buttons, right? But there's a guy out there who invented the button.
Right.
You know,
without that guy, there would be no buttons.
Don't think you're special, because that guy will fricking own you.
Yeah, that's very true. That's a good way to look at it, though.
I invented the button.
I like that.
No matter how good you are, there's always somebody out there that's better, smarter, better looking, you know, all of those things.
It's Heisenberg. If you guys watch Breaking Bad, I always love the line, I am the one who knocks. I am the one who knocks.
That was it. You know what's funny? That show was on so long ago, and I just recently watched that. I think like last summer I just binge watched it right start to finish. Nice. It was great.
Grambo, what's your favorite binge watch show right now? Like, well, I know. Oh no. Oh,
Randy Piles.
Oh my goodness! Is that the one that just said I'm not going to win because I'm? Oh my goodness! Is that the one? There was just this comment up here that said, Randy was like, I'm not Canadian. I forgot. I didn't hear the Canadian part.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And then he wins it. Oh my goodness. I hope, yes. He wins it.
Well,
Yeah,
if Randy's in America, throw him on the list. We'll get you one, Randy. You won.
Nice.
Yay!
There you go, buddy.
Okay, congratulations. Congratulations. Okay, let's I don't think we're gonna do it.
Because that was the only sticking point, was just the shipping. It gets weird and they have to pay duties and stuff, and they don't, it's asking a lot for them, that because it's, once again, it's guys in the back. It's not like any of the higher ups are dealing with this. It's the boys in the warehouse. They're like, come on, man, I don't know how to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets pretty pricey. Like,
oh my goodness. Good luck, Brent. That was amazing.
There's a couple things I've gone to order that you just can't get here. So I've ordered it online, and it's like a $20 product, but it was like $75 to ship it. It's like,
are we getting recharged to Canada soon? Has Dudes been able to?
I'm almost certain that it's is recharge.c. See, this is how bad at spelling I am. Recharge. Let's see. No, dudegrows.ca. I swear
another one too. Great White North.
Dudegrows.ca is up. It appears to be just Lost Coast for sale right now, but check it out.
Ooh, that's good.
I love, he's got his, you'll see down there, copyright Gringo Diablo. The dude's company is called Gringo Diablo, the White Devil. And so every time I get paid, my bank statement comes from the White Devil.
The White Devil. I love that. Oh,
that's hilarious.
Diablo is the dude.
The dude is so cool. He is so cool. And look at these.
Oh yeah. That's
go.
I want
to hear what's funny.
It's I've only met the dude like 3 times, right? Like I met him at the Cowboy Cup
in person.
I met him at the DGC Cup, and I met him like another thing, like when he came in the Bay. So when he comes here in 2 days, that'll be the 4th time I've ever met the guy.
Oh, that's so cool. But don't you feel like you already know him?
Oh yeah.
You know, like
that's beyond. Yeah, like he's freaking. No one buy that, please. Don't anyone ever buy that.
What
represents?
What are we looking at? Everybody buy this.
I was the highest I've ever been.
I want that.
It has a jersey option. Let me make a jersey. So on the back, it's got like weed leaves and stuff on it.
I want that, Grambo. I want that in my life.
Everybody go and buy that.
I need that in my life.
Look how pimp that guy feels.
I need that in my life.
Yeah. And the side patches are the original Saturday Dude Grows thumbnail. Like we used to have a standard Saturday morning show thumbnail, and he was the Sleepy Pot character from that. So a little Easter egg in there for DGC.
Nice.
I love that. Oh my goodness. Cool. This has been amazing. This has been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much.
I always say that there should be a meme where it's like what people think Grambo's doing, and it's like me in the club, That's what I'm actually doing. It's me sitting with my hands folded, just going, I could be higher.
It's like the evil genius.
Bathe her.
All right, give all your. I'm so high right now. Just go ahead and give all your bits a shout out, please.
I mean,
all your spots where they can reach you.
Once again, that Electric Assault thing. If you guys go follow Electric Assault, maybe I'll try to find a giveaway to do over there or something. I always love, because here's the thing about me, right? In YouTube, there's a thing called algorithmic discoverability, and so I figured out how to become very discoverable. So really, like, people going places, I don't know, doesn't really help me. Like, like you can go if you want, but I just, because it's like you think of it like you put out your package, right? And then YouTube ships it out. And so your impression rate. So if you get a 20% click-through rate on 100 impressions, right, you get 20 views. But if you get a 1% click rate on 1,000,000 impressions, you get 10,000. And so it's all about maximizing impressions and click-through rate and retention. And so it's not even about, funnily enough, people always think like like clickbait, right? Clickbait is that's actually not what you want. The number one YouTube metric out there is called is satisfaction. So one of the things that you can do to support this channel, Dude Grows, Jug Dealers, or my channel, if you guys ever get one of the little surveys and it's got 5 like little happy faces, like a frowny face all the way through a happy face, that's actually the number one thing you can do to support these channels is by rating that you guys enjoyed the channel. That's the only metric of satisfaction that YouTube has. And that is their number one metric. I swear to God, YouTube satisfaction is the number one metric. Is your video honest? Is it true? Do people enjoy it? Are they sharing it? Like, great, you know? And so that I always say it's think of it like it's your cool friend, right? Your cool friend has a lot of cool friends and you throw a party and your cool friend sends their cool friends to your party and it sucks. And they go, you embarrassed him. He's never sending his friends to your party again. But if his friends come back and go, that was the best party ever, I can't wait to go back, he's going to be sending people to you left and right. So to quote Conan O'Brien, when you want to get loud, play a triangle. And so everyone's banging on trees. And eventually after 10 years, someone goes, what the fuck is that triangle? Why have I been hearing this for 10 years? What the fuck is that? And they go, it's you? Just get in here and shut up, you know? Whereas everyone else like, and it's just like a noise, hubris and projection. But if you just sit there, I'm here, ding, ding, ding. Eventually.
Well, you are one of our cool friends, and I want to thank you for like hanging out with us. Like,
of course,
this is unbelievable. Absolutely. See, now my view's coming in. Right now, it's getting dark. Now the view's coming in.
Oh yeah, now you can actually see it.
It just looks fake. I mean, yeah.
I know. It's open the curtains. It's green scene season.
Well, and back in
you'll see my Snoopy neighbor.
Back when we used to do this show on Instagram, Mama would actually sit outside. And there wouldn't be the window and the curtains and stuff like that. It was just that. That was the whole background. I was like, well, man, I gotta say that best green screen ever.
She's slightly killing it. Your and I's background, we should both be ashamed.
100%.
Slap.
100%.
What is any of this? What? What?
Right?
But this is better than what's actually back here, right?
Is a green screen. Like my whole existence, like
oh yeah, so like you can have like
those chairs
right now.
Those chairs.
Cool? Yeah,
those are the best chairs.
Chairs.
Oh my goodness. I bet you those are the most comfortable chairs in your life.
Yeah. They're not bad. They're so full of cracker crumbs from my kid that you sit on it, it crunches.
Just tip it over and vacuum it once a week. Who cares?
I don't know.
1970s shit was made to last.
Right. No, yeah,
it was made for comfort. It was made for comfort back in those days.
Oh, I love
Nowadays,
it.
When you're
like,
on that many Quaaludes, you're going to want
armrest to the couch, and I can't even. That's right. Absolutely.
The ashtray was a stand, so you could just go tap. You didn't even have to reach. It was like on a stand, piece of glass next to you.
But those became like statues in people's houses for years after. Like, I think my grandma had one of those in her house, and she never smoked a cigarette a day in her life. You know?
Oh no!
But she had one of those. She had an ashtray on a stand
in case somebody came over. There was a whole theory.
These cars still had ashtrays up until a decade ago or something.
Planes still do. You can't use them, but they still do.
Yeah.
Last time I went to Mexico, I was like, looked down and I'm like, oh shit, there's still ashtrays in the armrest. Should I be worried?
How old is this plane? Yeah.
Just safe.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. If you want, Grambo, if you'd like to hang out with an after call, just hang tight. We're going to go ahead and just wrap up the episode. And I want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I hope you come back again. Friday nights, open mic night. I know you understand that. You can.
I know you're down for open mics.
Way less. I'll take it.
Right.
Yeah, so every Friday we're here, so feel free to pop in anytime.
Yeah, you're welcome too. So we'll go ahead and let you go. Thank you so much, sir, for
nice.
blessing us with your time. This has been so much fun. Oh my goodness.
No,
Yes.
thank you. As much as it's as happy for you guys to see me, I'm as happy to see you guys. I love putting faces to names, and I hope to see you in the. I'm coming up to BC to visit the dude before it's too long, so we'll have to make a DGC North hangout.
That'd be
It's
cool.
only a 3-hour drive, maybe 4 with some traffic, but yeah, not
We'll
far.
We'll plan it out
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
happening.
Yeah, yeah.
Hopefully during summer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Those would be the
Oh,
best
yeah.
months.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, maybe the DGC needs to come to the lake. We'll just say maybe. Just saying.
Man.
Road trip.
The dude abides.
I think maybe you guys need to do a show from Mama's background here.
Well, I would love to do a live show with Brett, so that way Scott is on the other side. Like, hey, we're over here having fun up in Canada, buddy. How you doing all by yourself?
Yeah.
How's it feel, motherfucker?
That's
all right. Papa's gonna let you go. You can hang out in the back, and we'll do a little after call here. But thank you so much for joining us tonight. This has been amazing.
Yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Guys. Appreciate you.
Oh my goodness. What an amazing night.
That was fun.
Okay, we've gone way too long. Way too long.
We have.
We even said like 1 hour, no matter who. Grambo, nope.
Nope. Can't do it.
Going extra.
He's got too many good stories, and you don't want to just stop him.
Oh my goodness, it was so amazing. Okay, so let's go ahead and wrap it up. Everybody, please give Grambo a follow. Please follow us. We just hit 1,000. Oh my God, you guys, we just hit 1,000. We did it.
Just hit it.
We did it.
Our
Before
goal.
420.
Yep. Our goal was 420, and we hit it 421 on Saturday afternoon.
But see, it wasn't 420 my time yet, so it was like
That's true.
we can still say it was 420. We'll own
That's
it.
cool.
As the stories changes, like 6 weeks from now, we hit it at 420. You know, it's the thing.
Yeah. But yeah, everybody come back for
Let's
Friday
go ahead.
night. Grow Me Gardens. Show us what you grow. Go click the link on our
those girls can go.
Instagram page. Go get yourself some cool HGTC merch. Hit me up for slaps if you guys want them.
Hit Grambo's merch page. He's got some dope. Oh, we all have to get that jersey. Oh my God.
I know.
Jersey was
and for
insane.
anybody that won, get a hold of us on Instagram. You can get us through our individual pages or the Home Grow the Community official page. Make sure you get your information over to us. Grambo is going to give us the link for the email, and we will get your information off so that your packages can make their way to you. So don't forget.
And congratulations to everybody who won this evening. Okay, let's go ahead and cut it.
Yes.
We're going on way too long. All right. Happy growing, everyone.
Peace out.
Smoking in the morning, smoking in the